Hello everyone, I'm Vaishnavi from grade 11 and today I'll be teaching you all some maths tricks to fast up your calculations during exams. So let's start. So the tricks that will be learned in this video are 5 tricks and they are averages. The first trick is averages, second is HCF, finding HCF of numbers. Trick 3 is squares, like squaring of numbers. Trick 4 is square roots, finding the square root of any of the numbers. And trick 5 is squaring of numbers ending with the digit 5. So let's start.
So trick 1, how to find averages quickly. So you might be wondering. So let's take an example and take few random numbers. So the numbers would be 878, 894, 922, 880, 912, 900, 920 and 906. So there are 8 observations over here. Normally, to find an average, what we do is we add up all these eight numbers, and then divide it by 8. So that's how we normally do averages. But over here, using the trick, it will be something different. So now, I'll tell you the trick for this. So out of these 8 numbers, select a number which you think might come between these numbers. Uh, like taking the average, think that taking the average, it might come under this number. So we'll take a example. So I'll be choosing the number 900. So now taking this 900 number, subtract all the numbers with 900. All this including 900, all the numbers, subtract them. So when you subtract, you get the answers as minus 22, minus 6, 22, minus 20, 12, 0 and plus 20 and plus 6. So now when you add up all these 8 observation after getting subtracted from 900, you get the answer as 12 because there is cancellation over here. It's not mandatory that in all the cases there is cancellation, but according to the example we have taken now, there is cancellation. So now we got the answer as 12. Now divide this number 12 with the number of observations, which is 8. So divided by 8, which gives us 1.5. Now we have assumed that the average might come somewhere near 900. So we'll add 1.5 to 900. So what we get when we add 1.5 to 900 is 1.5 plus 900 gives 901.5, and that's how you find averages in an easy way. Hope you understood this, and let's go to trick 2. So let's know how to find the HCF. So normally, as we know, to find the HCF is doing prime factorization and then finding the highest common factor. So using the trick, I'll show you the easiest way and the fastest way to find a HCF. So let's take some numbers. So let's take number 430, 516 and 817. So now looking at these numbers, take the closest numbers, like which are very near to each other. So as we see in our example, it is 430 and 515. Now find the difference for these two numbers. So the nearest number to both of them is 500, and 500 minus 430 is 70, and 500 minus 516 is 16. So adding these two, we get 86. By the way, this is the shortcut to find the uh, difference between any two numbers. You can use it if you want. Yeah, so now we'll have to factorize the number 86. So when we factorize, we get the prime factors as 43 and 2. So now when we factorize, you have to take the largest number of its factors. So the largest number in this 43 and 2 is 43. So the HCF of these three numbers is, so the HCF of these three numbers is 43. So you might be kind of confused. So let's take another example where there are like gigantic numbers, like very big numbers. So let's take those numbers and try the same method. So the numbers would be 4, 3, 7, 6, 8, 5, 6, 8, 9, 3, 9, 8, 4, 7, 3, and 4, 3, 7, 6, 9. Now we have to take the numbers which are nearest to each other. So in this example, we can see the number 43768 and 43769 are the closest one. Now we'll have to take the difference between them. And the difference between these two is 1. And that's your HCF of all these four numbers. Hope it's easy. And let's move on to the third trick. How to find the squares of any two-digit number. So normally we just use the multiplication method, but now I'll be teaching you a different way to solve the squares of any two-digit number. So let's take a number that is 43, the square of 43. So to find this, we'll have to divide this into three parts. That will be, make three dashes, and over here in the first dash it will be the first digit, the tens place digit square of that number, and in the last one it's the ones place digit square, and in this between dash we'll be writing 2 into 4 into 3. It's just multiplying 2 with 4 and 3, the same numbers in the like the same numbers where we have to find the square of it. So now when you should make sure that when you square this number, it should be a single digit. For in this case it's a single digit, so no need to worry. But usually if it's a double digit, then I'll tell you what to do. So over here also there should be a single digit itself. So over here it is 24, which is a double digit, and the square of 4 is 16. So now as we have a two-digit number over here, what we do is the first number in this digit goes here and gets added with the number over here. So it becomes 18. So now the square of 43 is nothing but 1849, and this is the square. If you don't believe me, let's try another example where it's a bigger number. So let's take the number 67 square. So taking 67 square, we'll have to find its square. So 67 whole square. Again divide it into three parts, where over here 6 square comes, over here 7 square comes, and in the between it's 2 into 6 into 7. So over here in this situation we get a double digit number, which is 49, and over here it is 36. 2 into 6 into 7 is nothing but 84. So as we did in the previous case, over here there was another digit. So what we did, we added to the first digit. Similarly over here we have a double digit in this case. So what we do is we add this 4 to 84 and we get 88. So now in this 88 it's still a double digit number. So what we do is we take this 8 and add it to 36. So when you add it, what you get is 44, and your answer to 67 square is 4489. So this is the easy way to find the squares of any two-digit numbers. So I'll give you some questions on this. So take the number 97 whole square. So this is like a homework for you. You have to try. and let me know whether you got the answer for this. So let's go to the next trick. Trick 4, square root of any perfect square. So before I teach you the trick, let me tell you the pattern. So I want you all to see this very carefully. So this points whichever I wrote here. So I have written all the squares of the first 10 numbers. So look at the digits in the ones place of all the numbers. So over here for 1 square it is 1, for 2 square it is 4, for 3 square 16, 9, 4, 5, 6 and goes on. So the unit space is repeated for few of the numbers. Like for 1, like if suppose there is 1 in the units place, then which are the numbers that have the units place as 1 when you square those numbers. So over here 1 is there in 1 square and 1 is there in 9 square. So that's why we wrote. And similarly we have 4 in 2 square and 8 square. So we are writing 2 and 8. So for 9 it is like having 9 in the units place, it's for 3 and 7. So that's what we have written. And similarly for 6 it is say 4 and 6. So you need to remember this table which will be helping you to find out the square roots. So let's take the first example. The number is 4489. Now you need to split this into two parts. So as it's a even number of digits there, so what we do is we can easily split it into two halves, which is like 44 this side and 89 this side. What if the number is like an odd number of digits, like say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? So that time you have to split it into whatever it is. If there should be two numbers over here and the remaining numbers coming in the second part, like this. So now as you see in this example 4489, so now taking this 89 number, we have to find out like this units digit is there, right? Using this table we need to find out which is the number that might come, like which number square might come over here. So over here the possibilities are 3 and 7, because 3 and 7 when squared their units digit consist of the number 9, as you see over here. 7 sevens are 49 and the units digit is 9, and 3 square also has a 9. So the possibilities are 3 and 7. So now in the front numbers, now over here you have to uh, find out the nearest square numbers to this perfect square numbers to this number 44. So to this number 44, the nearest squares are 6 square, which is 36, and 7 square, which is 49. So now taking these two numbers, you have to compare which is the smallest one. So the smallest one is 36. I mean 6 square. So now you'll take this and multiply with 3 and 7. Like normally there is a possibility between 63 or 67. So you just if you want you can just multiply 63 into 63 and 67 into 67 using the square trick. If you don't want to do that, then there is another trick for this which I'll be telling now. That is nothing but 6. Now you have to multiply the number 6 with 3, which is nothing but 18, and again 6 with 7, which is 42. So now comparing 18 and 42, you have to see which is the larger number. So the larger number is 42, and there is a condition where you need to check. So this 42 must be smaller than this 44. Then only this trick will be used. Or else if in case this number would be bigger than 44, then you'll have to take this small number. So in this case 42 is small itself than 44. So the square root of 4489 is 67. So the next one is, let's take another example. Let's take a number, okay, so let's take the number 1849. So now this is also an even number of numbers over there. So you can split it into two halves easily. So 49 and 18. So 49, again the units place is 9. So the possible outcomes for this number is 3 and 7 again. So here the nearest perfect squares are uh, they are 5 square, 5 square and 4 square. Yeah. So the smallest among these two is 4. So you'll have to multiply 4 with 3, which is 12, and 4 with 7, which is 28. So now the biggest number among 12 and 28 is 28. Now compare this 28 with 18. So as we compare, 28 is bigger. So we are not supposed to take this. We are not supposed to take it. So we'll take the number 12. So which means 12 means the number 3. So the perfect square of this is 43. So that's how you find perfect square, square roots of any perfect square. So next we'll go to the next trick. So trick 5 is to find the square of any digits ending with the number 5. So let's take the example 25 whole square. So as you see in the units place, 5 is the number. So to find the square of it, normally we do 25 into 25. The same way we'll do, but what we do is we take 5, like over here 5 into 5, we directly multiply and write 25 over here. So the ending digits of this square is 25. And now we have the number 2. So multiply 2 with 3, which is the next number after 2. So when you multiply these two, you get 6. So you get the answer as 625. Similarly, let's take another example, 65 whole square. So to find 65 whole square, we'll write 65 into 65. So now again 5 into 5 is 25, and then 6 into 7. What is 6 into 7? 42. So this is the answer for 65 whole square. Thank you everyone. So I hope everyone understood whatever I taught, all the tricks, and I hope I made it easy for you. And I hope you all use it in your exams, and all the best for your exams. Meet you all in the next video.